So, da sind wir wieder. Habt ihr Bild? Ich kann es leider nicht so richtig sehen. Weil wenn ich rauskriege, habe ich nur noch schwarzes Bild. Hast die?
Moment. Moment, ich bin nämlich ein Depp.
Ja. Nee, ich sehe es gerade. Wir haben ein Bild, aber jetzt hat es doch reingeladen. Ist ja auch schön.
Nicht
So,
ganz.
jetzt haben wir ein Bild. So.
Keith was an excellent listener. Or maybe he just didn't speak much. Either way, Jenny really enjoyed their little talks. He was the only person who really seemed to understand her. Jenny biked briskly towards the library back on campus to surprise her mother. Nothing exciting ever happens here, she grumbled, unaware of the great adventure that lay in store just around the corner.
Die Bibliothek war ruhig. So ruhig. Na, jetzt.
Gerald Strasbury. Cornelius Strasbury. It's a wall of Strasburys.
The Strasbury lineage stretched back to the very founding of the university. There had been a Dean Strasbury at Gumboldt for over 100
There won't be for much longer. The Dean's retiring, and the only Strasbury left is Keith. And he's not exactly the academic type. No one on duty. A book thief's paradise. There's a note on the desk.
Memo, dieser Mann hat aufgrund vergangener Vorfälle nichts mehr in der Bibliothek verloren. Könnte Hut und oder falschen Bart tragen. Bitte aufmerksam sein. Zweitens, irgendwer lässt Bücherwagen im Ruhebereich. Bitte denken Sie daran, Wagen zum Empfang zurückzufahren. Stellen Sie sich nicht darauf. Es gibt Gründe, warum wir Leitern haben. Okay.
Ah, Leitern sind doch bloß eine
Dekan
Verschwörung.
Strasbury. Was? Ich würde ja sagen, wie die Dame heißt, die das geschrieben hat, oder der Herr. Aber ich kann es nicht sehen.
Das ist Dekan Strasbury.
Ich kann es trotzdem nicht lesen.
Ich denke,
Vorname.
sein Vorname ist Leslie.
Oh, okay, das ist nicht im Auftrag geschrieben, das ist direkt vom Dekan. Oh, okay, ich check's. Vielleicht, du kannst mir jetzt sagen, dass ich keinen Geschmack habe, aber ich finde die Lampen fancy.
That was weird.
Oh ja.
Hello? Mom? Mr. Strasbury? Anybody?
Jenny's words echoed through the library.
Something's not right here.
A mystery was unfolding.
Whatever it is, I'll get to the bottom of it.
The Case of der ruhigen Bibliothek. Zu ruhig. Perfekt.
Es ist eine Bibliothek. Es ist hier kein Krach. Sehr verdächtig.
Les Strasbury, Gumboldt's 21st and jolliest dean, smiled down at Jenny.
Looking a bit wonky today, Mr. Strasbury.
pair of wires ran down the wall and disappeared behind the painting.
It's too high to reach. What are you hiding back there?
Das heißt, wir müssen eine der berühmten Leitern aus dem Schreiben finden.
The chandeliers that adorn this library are made from rare Arthurtonian quartz. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
The Glatz family was one of the oldest in town. They were the first to mine the valuable quartz deposits beneath Arthurton. And as such, they became incomparably wealthy.
And they sure like to let everyone know it.
Oder wir holen uns einen Bücherrückgabewagen aus dem Ruhebereich.
Was ein bisschen riskant ist, wenn du mich fragst.
No risk, no fun.
Laddertron 5000, the pinnacle of remote ladder and bookcase technology. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation. Whoa! Dangerous!
The newly installed ladder system was prone to malfunction.
Should have kept the old wooden ladders. They never tried to electrocute me. I need to find a way to turn the power off.
Mir ist auch nicht ganz klar, was der Vorteil darin ist, anstatt einfach die Leiter zu schieben, loszugehen und irgendwelche Hebel zu ziehen am anderen Ende des Raumes.
Ja, aber das macht für ein besseres Rätsel.
Jenny gazed at the technological marvel of Laddertron 5000.
Seems pointless. It's not hard to move a ladder. Sometimes it feels like some unknown force is just trying to slow me down.
Oh! Nein.
No good. I don't think I'll be able to move the ladders while the electricity is on.
Haha!
Jenny was notorious for climbing book carts.
It's the only way to reach the highest shelves. In fact, this could be useful.
But something else had caught her eye.
This table's a complete mess. Who would leave it like this?
Jemand, der vielleicht nur kurz auf dem Klo ist. Verworrene Diagramme, Bücher über Genealogie, alte Dokumente des Orts.
Illegible scribbles, intricate diagrams of giant machines, a worn copy of Aliens in Arthurton.
Jenny knew only one person could have been sitting here.
CJ. It's odd, though. He usually hides everything when he's finished. What's this?
A tattered piece of paper with a series of seemingly unrelated notes.
Die Schattenmänner, die Männer im Schatten, verlassen Minen, massive seismische Aktivität beobachtet. Mögliche Landestelle, 23 Uhr Wald. Kreisender UFO-Schwarm, intensives Geräusch. Friedhof, 3:10 Uhr. Entführt, kräftige Lichtstrahlen, Experimente an Leichen. Neun Sticker. SJ, okay. Na? Knossi, wir brauchen noch einen Hinweis.
Ein Hinweis, ein Hinweis, ein Hinweis.
Genau, ich habe für die Schattenmänner Experiment an Leichen und UFO-Schwamm markiert. Aber das Game erzählt uns, wir brauchen noch einen. Ich habe das Gefühl, ich bin über alles schon mal rübergegangen. Oh, ich hab's. Mögliche Landestelle.
UFOs, Shadowmen, experiments on corpses.
It seemed that CJ was unraveling a mystery of his own.
Wait, there's something on the other side. Wow, a color map of Arthurton.
Jenny had never seen a town map with this level of detail before.
Can't believe CJ left this behind. That's so unlike him. He'd be terrified if anyone else found it. I'll keep it safe until I see him again.
Oh, jetzt haben wir unsere Karte bekommen.
Hm. Ich denke, du musst da jetzt hoch.
Das hätte man besser lösen können als mit der komischen Tastenkombination.
Jenny stood on her tiptoes and delicately removed the priceless painting from the wall.
Ew.
Oops. Aha! Precisely what I was hoping to find.
It was?
Let's see. Lights, bookcases, ladders. I'll cut the power and continue my investigation.
But Jenny knew better than to play with electricity, so she left it alone.
Strom oder andere
Strom
Lösung?
ausschalten.
It's a simple switch. Perfectly safe.
The eerie silence unnerved our tiny hero. But even worse was the dark. Jenny had always been terrified of the dark.
Just breathe. A great detective never succumbs to fear. Looks like that did the trick.
Jenny stopped in her tracks. The sign clearly read, "Wet floor, caution." Her path was blocked.
You're kidding me, right?
Trampling muddy feet over a perfectly clean floor? She was a maverick, not a monster.
That really is slippery. It wouldn't be a good idea to leave my footprints everywhere.
Sorry. Amazing.
Mein Gott, wer hat das konstruiert?
The fallen remains of a bookcase blocked Jenny's path.
It looks like a bomb went off in here. It's too precarious to climb over.
Wir hätten ja auch drum rumgehen können, aber ist okay.
Rare books. Our most precious collections reside in this temperature-controlled room. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation. Yeah, we know. It's locked. No problem, I'll just pick it.
Jenny was skilled with a lockpick, having watched her mother demonstrate the process countless times. But that was just for fun at home. This was the real world. You couldn't just go around picking other people's locks. That was a crime.
A great detective knows when to bend the rules. And the paperclip she has in her pocket. Mom always says, lockpicking is a subtle art. Move slowly and search for the sweet spot.
Okay.
Bingo.
It must have been a rush of blood that caused Jenny to act so irrationally. Regardless, she had picked the lock and felt strangely exhilarated. What treasures lay behind the door?
Es ist noch ein
Books.
Bücherwagen.
Probably.
That book card could be useful.
Hörst, guck dir diese amazing, seltene Büchersammlung an.
Ey, komm, wie viele unsichtbare Bücher besitzt du?
Alle.
Klar.
Natürlich. Achso. Uiuiui.
Something's blocking the ladder. There's something stuck in the track. Ipsa, scientia, potestas, est. It's the Dean's ring! No wonder the ladders were malfunctioning. The ring must have caused a short circuit. I'll keep hold of this and return it to the Dean when I see him next. Whoa!
An empty library, a fallen bookcase, and now a broken balcony?
This mystery has all the hallmarks of foul play.
Starker
They say words
Aufprall.
can't hurt you. In this case, I'd be inclined to disagree. Solid iron and oak, torn apart like a piece of bread.
Gewaltige
Needs some
Kraft.
serious force to do this.
2 gerissen.
Something bad happened here.
Ja, es wundert mich, dass der Vorhang einfach zerrissen ist und nicht der ganze Vorhang runterkam.
This is feeling more and more like a crime scene.
And then Jenny saw it. Covered in a ripped curtain and surrounded by broken glass.
It is a crime scene.
Warum sieht sie dabei so glücklich aus? Ich weiß, sie wollen, dass was passiert. Aber sie denkt schon dran, dass da unten eine Person liegt, oder?
Warum sie dabei so glücklich aussieht? Nun, wie ich beim letzten Mal sagte, sei die Veränderung, die du dir in der Welt wünschst. Sie wollte einen Mord und so ist sie drum rumgekommen, Mörderin zu werden.
Oh, noch Postkartenteil.
Außerdem ist es halt nicht ganz so spannend, wenn du schon weißt, dass du der Täter bist.
Oh,
Warum lachst du? Das ist doch so.
na? Wir können immer noch nicht darüber gehen. Ich weiß nicht, warum mich das so begeistert.
You never forget the first time you see a dead body. It harrows the mind, terrifies the soul, scars you to your very core.
A dead body? No way.
Sie sieht viel zu happy aus, Mann. Oh,
Behind that curtain, who had breathed their last breath?
und dann ist es Mama.
Who had shuffled off this mortal coil to meet their maker?
It could be anyone. I mean, it could be an escaped lunatic from the asylum. Or an axe-wielding maniac on the run from the cops.
Und ich meine, wir waren zuletzt in der Bibliothek, der Dekan und Mama.
Could be
It could be.
Mom? Oh no. Please, no.
No, you never forget the first time you see a dead body.
Bitte was, ist plötzlich nicht mehr toll?
Jenny knew it was wrong to disturb the crime scene.
But I have to know who's under here.
Ja, und falls die Person noch lebt, vielleicht erste Hilfe leisten.
Slowly, she drew back the heavy cloth.
Please don't be my mom. Please don't be my mom. Dean,
Oh! Das sieht aber auch nasty aus, Mann.
thank God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Ja.
it like that. Poor Mr. Strasberry. What happened to you?
Gott sei Dank.
Was this a terrible accident? Or worse?
Murder!
Her stomach churned. Seeing the Dean's lifeless face, his contorted frame, Jenny felt the urge to run, to get as far away from this horrific sight as possible. Jenny had longed for an adventure, for a real case to solve.
I didn't expect it to be like this.
She gathered herself, took a deep breath, and began to search for clues.
It's a book about predicting the future. I suppose it didn't belong to Mr. Strasberry then.
Geschrieben von Clairvoyant.
Sind die Panzer nicht amazing?
It's smashed, most likely from the fall. The hand stopped at 3:57 p.m. That gives me a potential time of death.
If Jenny had arrived just a few minutes earlier,
I might have been able to save him.
Genau. Ich bin sicher, dass der 12-Jährige den Mord verhindern könnte. Hm? War da nicht noch groß-grün gerade? Nee.
the Dean's hand was clamped shut around a small object.
That's strange. Rigor mortis usually takes hours to set in. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, Mr. Strasberry, but this could be a vital clue.
Oh!
Mom's ID card? But that means
Julie LeClue had definitely been here.
she could be the last person to have seen him alive.
She could be the killer.
Impossible. My mother's a forensic expert. She'd never leave such incriminating evidence behind.
But even the smartest criminals made mistakes. Jenny couldn't deny this looked bad for her mum.
If anyone else sees this, they'll jump to conclusions. They'll think my mom's a murderer.
A peculiar thought crossed Jenny's mind.
Unless there's nothing to find.
Removing evidence from a crime scene was highly unethical.
So is planting evidence to frame an innocent person.
She had no proof of that.
I have to do something.
Ja,
My mom would
Beweisstück
kill me if she
mitnehmen,
thought I
Beweisstück
took evidence.
mitnehmen.
Zu spät. Ich habe schon das Richtige gemacht.
Besides, she's innocent.
Das Richtige? Du hast eine sehr interessante Vorstellung von das Richtige.
Beweisstücke klauen ist das Richtige? Bitte was? Dir ist schon klar, dass, wenn das rauskommt, sie noch schuldiger aussieht. Das ist dir bewusst, oder?
Naja, nicht wirklich, aber...
Dann sieht so aus, als hätte sie uns angestiftet, Beweisstücke zu klauen. Huch. Nicht hier? Doch. Ich komme nicht hoch genug, glaube ich.
The Dean's planner lay open on today's date.
Mittwoch. JL-Treffen. Witchenfall. Wahrheit erzählen. Rede üben. Neu schreiben. Pflanzen gießen. Katze füttern. Müll rausbringen. Treffen. Maike. Hof. Statuen-Aufstellung. Judy. Bibliothek verschieben. Änderung besprechen. Nachmittag Einleitung neu schreiben. 10 Uhr Redeproben. 13 Uhr Mittagessen mit Kies. Herzkasper-Café. Verschoben auf Dienstag. 17 Uhr auf Personalversammlung. Nominieren neuer Dekan. Müssen Sie ohne mich machen. Mittag Campuszeremonie Rede. 17 Uhr Fakultätsessen Grübner Gebäude. 20 Uhr Lagerfeuer auf Listerwald. Mitternacht Ruhestand. Hurra!
Perhaps I can retrace his steps and create a timeline of events. Looks like he completed all his chores for the day.
Offensichtlich nicht, weil da noch
Already
welche
knew the
offen
Dean
sind.
was meeting Mom here. So where is she now? Meet JL. Could that be Mom? Where's Widow's Drop? I've never heard of it. Looks like he canceled his meetings on Friday and rearranged lunch with Keith. Oh, poor Keith.
Jenny didn't know how she would break the news to him.
But I should be the one to tell him. Gossip spreads like wildfire in Arthurton. He sure was working hard on that speech. I'm sad he won't get to deliver it.
Wie wär's mit... Hey, my mom murdered your dad. How about we go on a date?
Ei.
Was meinst du mit Eieieiei? Das klingt so, als wäre das eine schlechte Idee.
Kommentar abgelehnt.
Warum? Was denn?
A book about chance.
Oh, Taylor Heads.
What are the
Ja.
odds this was an accident?
Oh.
Was?
Taylor Heads. Oh Gott, da ist noch ein
Hawk and the
Buch.
weasel
Es
and
kann
other
nur noch
bedtime
schlimmer werden.
stories. It could be important.
Okay, das geht
And
eigentlich.
again, it could have just joined the dean for the ride. There are bits of glass and metal debris everywhere. He has burn marks on his hand. He looks like he's been dead for weeks. His skin is pale and colorless. And there's a strange mark on his neck. I think that's all the evidence I'm going to find here.
She took one last look at the Dean's lifeless body.
I'm sorry, Mr. Strasberry. I promise I'll get to the bottom of this.
Sie hat gar nicht geprüft, ob er tot ist. Sie ist davon ausgegangen, er ist tot, hat Beweise gesammelt. Aber vielleicht sollten wir einfach einen Krankenwagen rufen, Mann.
Ach, Bullshit.
Jenny knew she should leave and call the police. But how often did a case like this come along?
Never. There's more to this than meets the eye.
Der Fall meines Lebens. Ich finde das so geil. Ich rufe doch nicht mal den Krankenwagen. Schön.
So she opened her journal to join the dots.
What was the apparent cause of death? It looks like the dean was thrown from the balcony when he reached down to pick up his ring, which was stuck in the electrified ladder track. He grabbed the curtain, but it didn't slow him down. He landed on a bed of metal and glass debris.
Bitte was? Wie stößt du jemanden runter, damit der ganze Balkon kaputt geht?
Das ist ein amerikanischer Balkon. Der ist aus Pappmaché.
Nee, der war aus Metall, das hat sie doch erzählt.
Nun, vielleicht war das Ganze von langer Hand geplant. Und jemand hat die Balkonhaltstäbe vorher angesägt.
Nein! Nee. Unmöglich. Sägen existieren nicht.
Dean has a strange mark on his neck. All the skin around his face is gray and gaunt. I've never seen anything like it before. He's holding my mom's ID card, which makes her the prime suspect. But why would she, or anyone, want to kill Dean Strasberry?
Jenny suspected foul play, but what was the motive? Had she missed something?
Den Krankenwagen.
The watch! The Dean's watch stopped at 3:57 p.m. When I came into the library, the clock tower rang 4 times.
Und Horsti, hast du auch einen Blick auf den Chat?
And I haven't seen anyone but the Dean since I got here.
Ja, da kommt nix.
Okay.
Which meant if the Dean was murdered,
The killer must still be here.
Natürlich, in dem Moment rennt der aus dem Fenster raus.
Jenny could hear police sirens in the distance.
Someone must have tipped them off. I'll catch the murderer and keep him busy until the cops arrive.
Chasing after murderers was hardly the job of a little girl.
Hey, you!
Despite surviving her fall without so much as a broken bone, Jenny couldn't help but feel she had failed. As the sirens grew louder, she knew it would only be a matter of time before the sheriff arrived.
Das mit dem
And
Fenster
then
war
she'd
zu
have to
erwarten. Wunder, dass
explain
es
why she
überhaupt
hadn't
gehalten
called
hat.
for help. But the worst feeling of all was that she had let the killer escape. As she drifted slowly into unconsciousness, Jenny heard a familiar voice. Concerned, gentle, soothing.
Jenny? Oh, Jenny, what have you done? Mom?
Freeze! You're under arrest.
What have I done?
Bitte was?
I killed him.
Alter! Was?
Murder in Arthurton?
Er hätte ja nicht gleich den Dean killen müssen, weißt du?
This is not an appropriate story for Jenny LeClue. Poor Dean Stroudsbury. What was I thinking?
Weißt du, du kannst auch die Seiten verwerfen.
I've gone too far.
Nein, nein. Einmal
Perhaps I should take a
geschrieben
break.
lässt es sich nicht zurücknehmen.
Natürlich nicht, ne? Absolut nicht.
Come on, Rufus. Let's go for a walk. Clear our heads and work off some of this jam.
Was stimmt mit dem nicht? Er hat den Charakter totgeschrieben, den er nicht hätte totschreiben müssen, weißt du? Und jetzt gorscht er sich an Marmeladengläsern. Was ist hier los?
Mit einem Kochlöffel wohlgemerkt.
Brief an Finke-Fans, Entwurf. Ich bin jetzt wieder Ezekiel. Achso, das haben wir vorhin schon mal gelesen.